Hello friends, now I am going to discuss the important questions related to SDM. SDM is the one of my favorite topics. Uh, as I had implemented almost all the things which were taught in our syllabus, up till Docker Compose I had implemented. I had tried even implementing the Kubernetes clusters, even the CI/CD complete pipeline I had tried, but the AWS free tier doesn't permit much of the memory usage. As you know, it is restricted to 1 GB. So let's get started with the important questions related to SDM technologies. So SDM technologies or SDM methodologies is the important topic, and most of the companies want their candidate to be perfect in this software development methodology because they save lots of time and all the things which are required for the automation or automatic deployment right from when you hit git push, then the code should get deployed automatically on the clusters and EC2 machines directly. So in order to do all such things you should know the DevOps part thoroughly. So let's get started. Basic questions, I would cover all the things in the around 14 questions. So first is the difference between agile and traditional project management. You should be very much thorough with the agile methodology. Sprints, you should know stories, epics, what are stories, what is at least basic ideas. What is the time span of this sprint, what is the epic, what is stories. So that kind of methodologies, and you should know what are the advantages, more advantages of the agile. As you know, agile is used in the most of the companies. Then what are different roles in this Scrum? First of all, you should know what is Scrum. Daily stand up is there, Scrum is there. So what are the things that are going to be discussed in the Scrum? Then coming to the, they may ask like which are the most important popular DevOps tools. So you should know like Puppet is there, Jenkins is there, then Chef is there, then for the deployment Git is also a part of it. Then Docker is there, Kubernetes is there. So all these are the part of DevOps tools, development and operations tools. So next question would like this: is there difference between Agile and DevOps? If yes, then explain those. Then the next related question would be what is CI/CD, continuous integration, continuous transformation, and continuous deployment pipeline. So what is the role of Jenkins? The role of Jenkins is a very important tool. At least you should know the introduction part of Jenkins, what it does. It picks the code from one thing, it builds the code, then it deploys. It gives, actually it does not builds, but it uses the machine and it gives the instruction to that machine so that code is properly pulled from the Git and it is properly built using the proper commands and then properly deployed. As you know, we cannot directly deploy the React application. So first you need to do the, or first you need to create the proper build of it, then push the build to the deployment. Wherever the EC2 instance is there, then you need to copy it to the Apache 2 servers core container or core directory where we host the builds of HTML applications, and from there the application is accessible. Then is next what is explain Selenium. When the things comes of automation testing, then the things revolve around Selenium. There are various other tools as well. Currently, the most important tool that is being used in the industry is the Playwright. So you should know what are the tools that are used for the automation. So explain the Selenium, how it can be used for testing web pages. Next, they will jump on to the Docker. What are its advantages? The most popular dialog of the Docker. If the code runs on your local machine, then it will run on the server as well. many of the time what happens is that if I have developed the code on my machine which is in the Windows, and then I give that code to you, and you are having the machine which is on the Mac. So most probably, and the most of the time it happens that the code won't run on the Mac or any other Unix system. When there is a cross-platform change of the code and you want to run in such an environment, then Docker is the best option, and Docker is famous for that itself. So you should know at least basic of the Docker. Then what is the Docker Compose? What are its advantages? How you create the Docker Compose? Then how you give the at least basic compositions for the connection of front end database and the network, creation of the network of all these three containers. One container is dependent upon another, one container is not dependent upon the other, and then one container should wait for the and wait until that other container is not gets up and running. Then your interview will go towards the Git. So they will ask you what is Git, explain core commands of the Gits, like at least basic things you should know, that how to clone the repository, then how to edit the repository, how to create the branch from the current existing repository, and adding your code and pushing that branch to the remote repository, pulling the changes, then creating the pull request creation and all is that is the advanced part, but you should have an idea of, or you should have the concepts of all these things. You should know how to resolve the merge conflicts. Next question would be like this: how we can use the Git to create merge branch, create and merge the branch. As you know, when there is when you want to work on the feature, and if you don't want your application to come down, then you can create a branch, you can work on that branch, test the changes on that branch, and then merge that branch to the main application. Next popular question regarding the STM is the microservice architecture. So what is the microservice architecture, and what are the advantages over the monolithic applications? So this is the regarding the microservice. So you can even develop an application or project into it, in which you have front end in the React, and React is calling the backend. The backend is in Java. Certain APIs are in the Java, certain APIs are in the Express, and certain APIs are in the .NET. So you should that much time is not there, but still you can try to at least implement at least one APIs in the one technology. And then probably they might ask what is UML, then explain use case diagram, class test. Not that important, but they might ask. So these are the all questions related to advanced software development methodologies. I would not guarantee you that all the questions would be in this, but before starting your preparation for the interview, please be thorough with this 10-14 questions, and then go ahead with whatever you want. So thank you guys, all the best.